Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm Gamesplaining Winter Queen. So this is the game of Winter Queen set up as a 2-player game. If it was set up as a 3-player game, there'll be 4 of these crystals on each token, and there'll be 1 of these between each player. Same for a 3 and 4-player game. There's an extra 1 of these for the 4-player game, obviously. The other thing that's changed is the number of crystals that are in the bag. 1 of each color is taken out for a 3-player game. 3 of each color is taken out for a 2-player game. So if you've watched the Gamesplanation, you'll have an idea of how the game actually runs. I'm going to have a game for 2 players. Player on the left is the first player. You'll notice there's no stuff for each player. So the very first thing that can happen is this player thinks he's going to place a blue one there to get that book. We're over to the player on the right now. This player is going to place one there to grab that one. Back over to this player. He thinks that there's probably some value in placing that one there and taking that book. Back to this player. He's going to grab that and put that onto his book. Back to the guy on the left. He really wants that. What he's done is emptied that out, so we replace those tokens and he gets a point for doing so. So it's a 1 point, and it goes face down. Back to this guy, who's going to place a red just there, which gets him that. Back to this player, he's going to place a blue there and grab that one. So he can't do that action again because he's got 3 of them already. This guy, he might take that one and place it there. So that one's looking for groups of green now. So he's got 1 group of green. There's a second group of green straight away. Back to this player. He can't place any more guys out. What he can do is put that there. Back to this guy. He'll go there, which gets him that, which is his 3rd book. So he can't get any more, but he's cleared out that shelf, so that gets him a point. And we add 3 more tokens in. He's going to add that one. So he thinks that's the easiest thing to get in a straight line. This guy, he really wants to put a blue one there. There's no blues available, so he can't do that. This at the moment is looking at stuff on the edge of the board, so he could throw a green onto that. In fact, it's probably worth his while to do that at the moment. So he'll throw a green onto there, because this one will score him 3 points, assuming he can get a green onto that spot as well. Back to this player. He doesn't really want to add anything to these at the moment. Actually, no. He will add that yellow onto there, so he can take this as the starting spot and go any direction out of that, or take any line out of that, should I say, which empties that, so that gets him another point and a refill. Back to this guy. He really wants a blue on one of these boards to go here or here, and he really needs a green to go there. So none of the above have worked for him. His best action might be just to throw it in and take a purple there, which empties that, gives him another point. So we refill that board. Back to this player, and he thinks he's going to actually take a score. So blues and yellow, so he'll take this as the yellow one, and he's got 3 next to it, so it gives him 3 points. 3 points coming in, and that's looking for how many reds in a straight line, so he's got those 2 in a straight line, so that's another 2 points. So there's a 2 coming in. Because he's managed to clear both pages, he gets to remove one of the elements from the table. He thinks it might be best to take this one out so that he can throw in 2 other colors there. And that yellow one goes back into the bag. Back over to this player. He really wants to throw this blue down, so it's 2 blue next to that 1 green. Back over to this player, who's going to throw a purple in just there. That has cleared this board, so he gets another point. We replace those. Because he's placed one here, he gets that one. Back to this guy, who's going to place a green on there. Back over to this one. He's really looking to get a green just here, but he needs to throw a spell before he can do that. So it might be worth his while. Just cast this spell. So that gets him 2 more points. And that's the 2 points. Back to this player, who now has to cast one of the spells because all of his books are full up. And he thinks he'll probably do that one. So this gets him 2 points. This gets him take the green. Gets him another 2, so it's 4 points total. So there's 2 2s. And one of the crystals comes off the board. He doesn't want to touch this line. He doesn't want to touch the blues around the green, so he'll remove that one. And that goes back in the bag. Back over to this player. This player really wants to get a green in just there, but there's no greens available. So while this may not get him many points, he's going to take that red and he'll throw that there. So another 3 come out. And he hasn't seen the green that he was looking for, but he got a point for pulling out some more. I think that gives you an idea of how this game plays. I'm going to jump to the end of the game, so bear with me for a moment. So here we are at the end of the game. The last token has been taken out of the bag. We now have the final scoring. So we all had one more turn once we got back to the start player. So everyone's had one final turn. We now actually do the elements. So this guy is going to get a point for each one along that line, which is 5 more points. And he's going to get a point for each red that's in a separate group. So there are 2 groups of red. He gets 2 more points. This guy is going to go purple with yellow next to it, so that's worth 3 points. Green, there's only 1 group of green, so that's a 4th point. There's only 1 group of green here as well, so that's 5th point, so I'll give them the 5. And then here we're looking for a line of red. We'll take that line just there, which gives him 3 more points. And here we're looking for how many purples. We've got 2 on his and none on the other. So that's another 5 points for that lot. They then add up how many points they've managed to accrue through the game. This guy's managed to get 30 points and this guy's managed to get 31 points. So there we have it. The winner of the game is left-hand side start player for 31 points. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.